Elon Musk, Jess Phillips deserves to be in prison over Labour refusal to launch grooming inquiry. Jess Phillips is actually the safeguarding minister, which you're going to see, in my opinion, is quite hypocritical in the recent general election. The first time we saw sectarian politics enter the UK, and one of those MPs recently came under fire when he discussed introducing blasphemy laws to stop people criticizing the Quran, as well as telling Keir Starmer and his own party that they should not outlaw cousin marriages so as not to offend certain communities. Coming up to the election, two of our MPs faced harassment and intimidation tactics. Jess Phillips only ended up winning on 693 votes. There were people in these communities who specifically wanted to deplatform these women so they could get a pro-Gaza MP elected.
So we're going to continue with the class that we had during the campaign. Election that I understand that a strong woman standing up to you is met with such reticence. Can you throw them out?
Is it sectarian?
It's too simple to say that it's sectarian. People want desperately for me to announce that the people who were shouting at me and barracking me were Muslim men. The fact that they were men is actually quite significant to me. They didn't do it because they were Muslim. They did it because they were idiots.
The only reason they did this is because they're men. This is a tactic we often see on the left, just to blame the ambiguous patriarchy. She could have alluded to the fact that two things can be true at once. These things aren't mutually exclusive. So yes, them being male can add to it because of the male culture which is found in this subset of the Islam community, but also it is very much driven by their religion and their need to have a pro-Gaza MP. What we're seeing with the Labour Party is historically they have overwhelmingly got the majority of the Muslim vote, so they naturally feel very inclined to defend the Muslim population and have turned a blind eye to complaints, issues within certain subsets of the communities, with Keir Starmer inability to condemn a suggestion of a blasphemy law, and also their inability to commit to banning first cousin marriage. That is why I believe it is for Oldham Council alone to decide to commission an inquiry into child sexual exploitation locally rather than the government to intervene. Lots of people feel this council themselves have been complicit in the past in suppressing what has gone on with the abuse of these young girls, mainly white working class girls. If they leave it up to that council, who are potentially corrupt or at least have been in the past, then how do they have a hope of bringing justice for these young women?